Most of the fish that we eat in Kenya is from capture areas, but production from those water bodies is going down. What about the population is going up, and therefore demand for that food fish is going up. So the only way we can solve that problem is supporting the farmers.
We discovered that the women, under the mainstay of the economy, they were going through a lot of things. There was child abuse, there was girls abuse, women abuse, there was violations, which we call total disempowerment.
And we are looking at helping women to access market and to be able to be linked with the potential buyers.
We are building a sustainable model, but in this piloting phase, in the first 10 years, we feel that we need a lot of support from the public sector, from the private sector, from development partners.
Kenya women holding works to position, advocate, and empower women, get women involved in transforming their own lives. One of the ways we help women work with women and their families to position themselves as actors in the economy is to ensure that they are involved in interventions that makes life different for them and their families. And one of these is the aquaculture, which now we are calling the Blue Movement.
We had started this project to address issues of HIV, health, human rights, as well as building economic livelihoods for women in the deep rural areas, for them to engage in an economic activity that will assist them and their family in terms of wellness and economics. The third phase, we wanted to really deal with the challenges that came up in the last two phases. One was access to markets. We had built capacity of our women fish farmer anchors to do this activity. However, when the fish were there, they had a challenge in terms of getting good buyers for their fish. Challenges not only in terms of accessibility to their fish, in terms of especially timing is a real issue after harvest, and then also in terms of price. I think we really wanted to take out the middleman to make sure that the women get the best price for their fish.
Kabla sijaanza kukutana na Kenya Women Holding, kuna changamoto za education, hatukuwa tumeenda elimu ya kutosha. Ile chakula tulikuwa natumia haiko inatoa product mzuri. Sasa katika hiyo hali, Madam Terry kutoka Kenya Women Holding alipokuja kutembelea, kamuelezea changamoto na akatengeneza hii seminar ya kuja Sagana kusoma.
We've held the seminar for our anchors in Sagana National Fish Culture Farm. Basically, we were looking at the challenges and the gaps that the women have, and we looked at feeds being the highest challenge, which was costing around 80% of the total cost of the fish. So we have organized a training for them to be trained on how to formulate feeds and also preparation of feeds by using the local material available at a reasonable price so that they can enhance production of fish feeds in their environments and also in their clusters.
They only feed what they need or what they need. Disadvantage. Fish will not be monetary.
Some of the challenges that many people face in aquaculture are like lack of enough water, predation, invasive species in the ponds like those weeds that invade our ponds, and such challenges. Most of these challenges can be managed, they can be taken care of. I have trained them on feed formulation. I've also trained them on the methods of feeding and how to feed them, the frequency of feeding. I've also trained them on diseases, how to identify that fish are sick when in the pond, and how to deal with such instances.
We try to teach them how to feed fish properly so that fish can grow. using the present available materials.
Okay.
Yeah.
In their local
Yeah, in the local area. The food must be dry before you feed the fish.
Okay.
In order to avoid growth of molds, which can be toxic to fish.
How many days do you recommend the feed should be dried under the sun? For it to be completely dry when it's very sunny?
Even over 2 days, when it is sun, 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we seal them?
You seal them, then you can give to farmers.
Kuna vitu tumesoma na feed formulation. Sasa tumesomea madini yote, njia ya kuchanganya madini yote ya chakula ya samaki na yote sasa nimejua, nimeshajitengenezea, nitapeleka Busia County waweze kuona. Sasa uzuri wenye ninaona kwangu mimi ni kwamba samaki wangu sasa nitazalisha samaki wenye wako na afya nzuri, wako na madini yote na wanatoa kilo nyingi.
Jambo la kwanza imenipa akili ya kutengenezea wakulima chakula nikiwauzia. Neno la pili imesaidia kwa kubuild capacity yangu. Akili yangu sasa niko na knowledge ya kutosha, kwa maana naweza sasa pima hata oxygen level ya maji.
Side was 10 and here is 9.9.
Sikuwa nimejua formulate the feeds, na pia sikuwa nimejua nutritive value ya every raw material. So protein diet sikuwa nimejua naizalisha namna gani samaki. Tena ninajua package, how I can package my feeds.
And phase 3 now, we have articulated that we need a blue movement, a movement that is going to connect. Kenya women use it as a platform, because Kenya women is everywhere. Use it as a platform, involve the community itself, the community that we are setting, see what institutions exist in that community that we can use to make a business. Blue movement as a business. We also thinking of government at a policy level, county government at the action level, providing finances that are allocating adequate resources to the blue movement to make it sustainable. Kenya women coming in and working closely with the clusters that it has formed to be able to reach as many families as possible, and getting the financial institutions, financial providers to come in. And we have the Kenya women.
Kenya women holding